Hey guys, welcome back. I finally am getting to my Galactic Guardians Annihilators Fast Forces pack. I have been looking forward to this for a long time, but I've just been so busy with the booster case that I unboxed and another special video that I've been working on pretty much all week. So hopefully you'll be able to see that sooner than later. So I want to open this up and show you what's inside of it. Before I do that, I want to go over some of the figures. Ronan, that's from Hammer of Thor. And Beta Ray Bill, that's also a sculpt from Hammer of Thor. Now, the other figures like Silver Surfer, Gladiator, and Nova, those are from the Galactic Guardians set. And if you see that Quasar, that was actually a super rare from the Captain America set. So they did a really good job of giving us a bunch of different sculpts. And these are all sculpts that have been used before, even though the Galactic Guardians set is just out right now, but they are those same sculpts. So let's turn it on the back side here, get an idea of some of the figures of what they look like in the comics. Gladiator, Silver Surfer, Ronan, Beta Ray Bill, and Quasar. Now we have some maps, and one thing that I really want to cover this is you can activate this team on HeroClix Online. So that's really awesome, because if you can get the game for just a couple bucks, you can play with these figures on there, and they're pretty good. So that's a really awesome deal. So you get the actual figures and you get virtual figures as well. Let's open it up and let's check it out. So now that we have the package open, I just want to take a look at the map before we get into the figures. This is an indoor map, and the name of it is called Nowhere Indoor Map. So that's pretty awesome. Looks really good. I haven't been able to get too in depth on it, but for the looks of it, it looks pretty fun, and it seems pretty standard with an open room here with two sides. You can come in this way, you can come in this way. Little offices on the outside. So I like it. It looks pretty good here. And let's take a look at the other side. Now here on the other side, we have an alien city, and it's an outdoor map. Looks like we have pillars and some water in the middle. Really nice map for a water figure, because the water is central in the middle here. So that's really good. It's not continuous, but for the most part you can probably make some do with it. I like that. We have some elevated over here. So it's good. It's kind of like elevated on the sides, and down below we have some pillars and some water. I like it. Both of the maps seem really good. So now that we have all the figures out of the packaging, you can get an idea of what they all look like outside. Quasar is a hypersonic figure. Silver Surfer has run and shot. Nova starts off with phase-in. Gladiator, Ronan, and Beta Ray Bill all have charge. Ronan's the only one that does not have an open and click of super strength, but he has psychic blast, pulse wave, and incap. So this is really good. One thing I want to cover here, the Ronan figure actually has a move and attack starting on his dial. The one from Hammer of Thor did not. He started out with a 12 attack, but he did not have a move and attack. So this is really nice that they made a Ronan that it can actually move around and do some really powerful things without having to get TK. Gladiator is 200 and 100 points. But he's got, charge. The one in the main set actually has hypersonic super strength. So, give or take, but this one is actually pretty good as well. He has the ability to be played at 100 points, and he starts off with Flurry. So that's really nice. I want to note that almost every single one of these figures, other than Nova, can be played at 2 different point ranges. Quasar can be played at 175 or 100. He's got Annihilators, Avengers, and Cosmic keywords. Silver Surfer, Annihilators, Cosmic, Defenders, Herald. He can be played at 200 and 100, and he is a Power Cosmic TA figure, so that's really good. Nova, he has Avengers, Cosmic, New Warriors, Nova Corps, and Soldier, and he can only be played at 125. Gladiator, he is Annihilators, Cosmic, Shi'ar, Ruler, and Warrior. He can be played at 200 and 100. I really wanted this Gladiator because you can pair him up with Darkseid, because he has the rulers and he's 100 points, so you can use him to move Darkseid and then have Gladiator either attack. So, but on Gladiator, when you play him at 100 points, he starts off with Flurry. So that could be a really nasty combination. Ronan, he has Annihilators, Cosmic, Inhumans, Kree, and Ruler. He can be played at 3 different point levels, so that's really interesting. 150, 175. Beta Ray Bill can be played at 150 and 100, and his keywords are Annihilators, Asgardian, Cosmic, Robot, and Warrior. So I'm just going to quickly go through the figures right here. Quasar, he has no special powers on his starting click, but he starts off with Hypersonic, 10 attack, Energy Explosion, 17 impervious, 4 damage per plex, 8 range, 2 targets. And a notable power he gets is first line of defense. Quasar can use phase in teleport and may carry a single base character regardless of its speed symbol. So he doesn't start off with that, but I will say he gets it on his 4th click. If you play him at his 100 point value, he starts off with that power. So that's really good. That's another notable thing to take away from this figure. So here we have Nova is 7 range, 2 targets, and a notable power that's special. World Mind Surge. Nova can use Perplex, but only target himself or characters that share a keyword with him. When he uses it, he may modify attack by +2 instead of 1. So that's really good, and he starts off with that power. So here we have Beta Ray Bill. He actually has 2 special powers, and I want to cover that he has Indom. So that means he can push. He's not power cosmic, but that's still not too bad. His starting damage power is opposing characters within 6 squares possessing the flight symbol modify their speed and attack value by -1. Friendly characters within 6 squares that can use stealth have lines of fire drawn to them blocked when it's not your turn. So that's really good. And later in his dial, he gets a special attack power. That first shows up on his 5th click, and that is Chain Lightning. When Beta Ray Bill targets a character with a ranged combat attack, he may target additional character within 3 squares and line of fire from the first character. If he does, instead of normal damage, deal the first character 3 damage and the second character 2 damage if hit. The second character does not have to be within Beta Ray Bill's range or line of fire. So that is really awesome. So if he only has 6 range, so you can target someone with the first attack within 6 range, and then you can target the chain to hit someone beyond your 6 range. It's still 1 roll, so you can target both characters, but the second character can be out of line of fire or beyond your range. So that's really awesome. So here we have the Gladiator. He has a special damage power. If a friendly character has not been KO'd this game, Gladiator possesses the power cosmic team ability and modifies his combat values by +1. Now I said Silver Surfer was the only power cosmic character in this set. Now I'm wrong, and I'm actually happy because I forgot about that. This Gladiator gets that ability, and he gets plus stats to all of his this thing. But you just can't have a friendly character be KO'd. But that's still pretty good because he's 200 points, and with that special power, that makes him really, really nasty, because then now he would have 11 movement, 12 attack, 18, and 5 damage. Now he's on par with the super rare in the set, but he doesn't have the hypersonic. But now this one has power cosmic. So give and take, but both of those Gladiators are really good figures. Well, here we have Ronan. He has a special attack power, in-cap, penetrating psychic blast, and pulse wave. But he has charge, so you won't be able to use any of those powers together, but you know, if you get in close, you can still use the pulse wave. I'm sure you can probably charge an in-cap, I think so, but I don't know why you would want to do that when your base damage is 3. But you never know, that might actually be beneficial if you think you can hit and the character has impervious and he already has a token. You know you're going to get 1 damage anyways. Maybe you know, you're better off not having him roll for impervious. So, you know, there's things you can do with that, and you definitely need to be aware of the powers you have and certain things that you can do. Now for the last figure, he does not have any special powers, the Silver Surfer, but like I said, he is 200 and 100 points, and he is power cosmic. He starts off with 1 target, 9 range, 11 movement, 10 attack, 18 impervious, 4 damage. You know, there's no special powers here, so I'm not going to go into that. But definitely an awesome figure, and I just want to end it by showing you the dice they give you, so that's really cool. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, guys.